special guest today. And I am so thrilled because I know that Roz can give me the advice on ghost hunting that I need and that my friends need. Because to all of you who were here last week, not sure if you witnessed me and my friend Danny and her haunted apartment with a Ouija board. All kinds of crazy things were happening. So what better way to figure out what is up than talking to someone who has a podcast called Ghosted? Now, Ghosted is pretty much available anywhere you get podcasts. Guests have include Wendy McLendon Covey from the Goldbergs, Karen Kilgore from My Favorite Murder, Harvey Gillian, What We Do in the Shadows, Busy Phillips, Jack Osborne, Cassandra Peterson, who's Elvira. Oh my God, I love her. Nicole Byer from Netflix Nailed It, Margaret Cho, Jonathan Bennett. The list goes on, and I am so excited to introduce you to the wonderful and talented Roz Dezfalez. So, Roz, are you there?
Hi,
Hi.
can you see me?
Can we see Roz?
I see me.
I see you.
I
I'm
mean,
ho-
I'm used to podcasting where,
oh, right.
people just have
Oh,
to
good.
believe me
We can see
that,
you, Roz. You look gorgeous.
oh, thank you.
So much for joining me today. So, I have so many questions to ask you
Okay, let's do it.
because I'm not sure if you saw my program last week, but my friend and I were dealing with some scary things in her apartment. And actually, some of the viewers right now are saying, oh, I hear some weird things in my house. I don't mind them. It doesn't cause any major problems. But it still can be kind of scary and unsettling. So I guess I wanted to ask you, have you ever had any paranormal experiences?
Oh my gosh, so many of them. I
Really?
mean, I'm not at all an expert on this stuff. My podcast is me talking to people that usually don't talk about their ghost stories, celebrities and then I also have on like everyday people and even I have on experts too, and I like to kind of pick their brains. So anything that I know about the paranormal is mainly just from hearing other people and from some experiences on my own. I mean, I've done a little bit of ghost hunting, but
Mm.
I have had some ghost experiences of my own. I owned a Ouija board that I believe had some kind of energy attached to it because I'm the bargain bin beauty, and everything I own I buy from thrift stores, including my antiques like an old Ouija board. And I brought this Ouija board home, and stuff started getting weird. But I had it for years, and it didn't seem like it was evil or anything. It was just kind of like my weird roommate that would kind of sometimes walk by and go into their bedroom or something. But yeah, I had things happen, like toilet seats slamming, and there was a night when I felt someone breathing in my room and sit on my bed, and I believe it was all connected to the Ouija board because it all started once I got the Ouija board, and then I moved and I brought the Ouija board with me, and then things started happening there, and then I threw away the Ouija board, and then things stopped. So I don't know. It
Wow.
seems like that's what was the catalyst, but I don't know.
Why'd you throw away the Ouija board? Were you tired of
Because
having
I didn't want it.
You didn't want it? Did you do a ceremony or did you just like throw it in the trash?
No, I decided. Well, that was one thing that was so stressful was so many different people would tell me things at the time. I mean, this was about 10 years ago. I didn't know as much as I do now, but people would tell me you can't burn it.
Oh,
There's something attached to it, and now it's attached to you, and you can't get rid of it. It's the Ouija board is merely the vessel, and it's not so much about the Ouija board. It's from something in its past. We all have baggage, but I didn't know what to do, and I decided. I put some protective stones. I put a rosary in there. I put whatever people told me might keep it away, and then I just acted like I wasn't even acknowledging it and threw it in a dumpster with a box full of other stuff I didn't want anymore. And I don't know. That's how it ended, but I've heard stories where it doesn't go away that easily.
Wow, that's pretty intense. How long ago was that?
This is about 10 years ago.
Wow. I
But yes, it's very interesting because I talked to a lot of people. I actually just had a really cool exorcist on my show, like a real exorcist, R.H. Davis. She's amazing, and she kind of believes that she deals with entities, or what people often consider demons or energies that weren't ever really human, and she believes that they feed off of human beings and don't necessarily stay attached to an item necessarily. At least that's what I gathered from what she told me. But then other people believe that they do, and other people believe that it might be a human spirit that's attached to something. So it's hard to say, but I don't think I got possessed.
I don't think so. I think you're just absolutely fabulous no matter what. And so have you wow, an entity. I love how Lucia is saying, yeah, they do exactly that. They don't attach to things but to people. So did you feel any kind of sense of loss when you threw out the board, or were you just like, I'm done?
I was like, bye. You've been
Bye.
evicted. My old roommate, you're gone. You didn't pay rent. At least pay rent if you're going to be staying with me. That's how I believe.
And coming into your room and you're sleeping and breathing heavy, that is not cool. Um,
No!
I ordered a haunted doll off of Etsy.
Stop. I'm obsessed with those. I do a thing on my Patreon for my podcast where I go to eBay and I look at haunted dolls that people are selling
Oh
and
yeah.
I critique their outfits. And I call it Chucky or just yucky.
Oh God, most of them are yucky, and they need to like, get like a makeover. But it's not their.
Seriously.
Yeah, so we ordered a like a supposed haunted doll off Etsy. It's arriving next week, and we're gonna be, you know, what we're gonna have an EVP hold it up to the doll at my friend Danny's house. Her house is, I guess it's kind of haunted, or something weird is going on in there. So we'll see what happens. It should be exciting. Um,
I personally, I find it interesting that people sell these dolls and then you find out that it's like a seller that sells like tons of these dolls all the time. Like, are they really all haunted?
yeah, there's this one woman on eBay, and she sells like 20 haunted dolls, and maybe it's the same one. And she's like, "Oh, I don't know what happens. These dolls just show up haunted." And that's just so bizarre. But maybe some people are more susceptible to ghosts and, I
Hmm.
don't know, haunted items.
Well, they
Haunted.
always put a little disclaimer that they can't sell ghosts. They can only sell the object. And so if a ghost appears, it appears, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. So I don't know. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I like to believe people when they talk about things being haunted.
I know. I hope that I guess I should probably get some sage and wear a rosary when our haunted doll arrives, just to be like safe. And yeah, dolls alone are vessels for possession, lobby lurking ghosts. Yeah, I've never really liked dolls. My uncle told me a Cabbage Patch Kid I had growing up was possessed, and that just scarred me for life. Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. So
Well, good luck.
thank you. So I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to start Ghosted? Like your supernatural experiences, and you were like, okay, well, I want to talk about this. Like, what inspired you to come up with this podcast? It has quite a following.
Thanks. Yeah, I grew up in a house that my grandmother stuck around with. She stuck around in it after she had passed, and she was a very friendly energy, and it got me very comfortable around ghosts. Not necessarily, well, I shouldn't say comfortable, but comfortable with the feeling of someone's in the room, but I can't see them. And I don't necessarily believe that I'm a psychic or anything like that. I'm not going to charge people to, or I'm not going to, I'm not like a professional medium or anything like that. Though, I don't know, it's hard times. Maybe I'll get into that business. But I just have always been able to sense things, and I've talked to so many professionals in that world that seem to think that there are certain people that go, oh, that person right there would know about us, or would feel comfortable, or if I have something I need to say or whatever, maybe I could whisper it in that person's ear. And I think I might be one of those people because I've gone to a lot of places that I believe I had even just small experiences where I just felt an energy. But so anyway, I've been very fascinated by it, and living in Hollywood and having a lot of creative friends and people in entertainment, I wanted to do a podcast where I talk to them, and it turns out a lot of them have ghost stories. And so, I have on all different kinds of people, and I really wanted to show the world that your favorite personality on TV has had these experiences. Your neighbors had these experiences. Anybody could have these experiences. They've been around since, as long as time's been around. There's been unexplained phenomena, and it goes beyond different cultures and belief systems. It's something that doesn't really care about the things that we care about in this world, that separate us. The spirit world is bigger than us, and so I wanted to just create a space that's safe for people to share these things, because so often we share these and people go, "You're crazy, you're making that up," and that's not what I want. I want to create a place where we can share these things, but also have fun with it, because it's a silly thing. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like you
At least it can be.
because you can't really control what a ghost is going to do
Yeah.
unless you throw out the Ouija board that it's attached to. So,
Yeah.
do you have any advice you can give others and myself about ghost hunting and do's and don'ts? I have an EVP app. Uh, like, what can you tell me to avoid and what to do and not to do? Like, how can I protect myself?
Well, if you're going to go ghost hunting, don't wear 6-inch heels like I usually do, because it's a lot of waiting around. Make sure you put lots of bobby pins in your wig, because ghosts could snatch it off. Um, One thing that I've really learned from talking to professionals, because I've talked to a number of people that are on paranormal TV shows and really do this as a career, is just to leave your beliefs at the door. Whatever you think a ghost is, it's that doesn't that's going to affect the way that you are experiencing things. You're going to be out there, and especially if you know too much about it too. If you know the history, if we're going to a place where you're here expecting some kind of woman ghost, for example, you might have in the back of your mind, oh, I just felt a woman, or what. I think sometimes when you don't know as much, that can help, but
Yeah.
that's not always the case. That's just one example. But I think just having an open mind is probably the biggest thing that I've learned, because I just have these things I have in my mind, and I did for years, what a ghost is and what a ghost is capable of. And you just have to, yeah, also have to be logical, and you have to be a little skeptical. Being skeptical is not the same thing as being closed-minded. Being
Mhm.
skeptical, you still have an open mind that it could be the paranormal, but you want to prove all the other things that it could be before you just jump on, oh, it's a ghost, which I'm guilty of. I bet many times in my life I'm like, that was a ghost. I don't know what that is. But sometimes you got to sit there and weigh out all the things that it could be.
Wow. That's true. Yeah, I consider myself to be kind of skeptical. But yeah, after last week, I definitely have more of an open mind to what could possibly be out there. And I guess, does anyone have any questions out there who's watching? Roz, do you have anything you want to say to our viewers?
Well, go check out my podcast. I I have such a great time doing it, and I talk to all different kinds of people again. So, I'm always looking for people to be on listener episodes. I have on people that call me and we chat about their ghost experiences. And again, you can check it out wherever you get any podcast, really. And you mentioned a lot of the celebrities and entertainment professionals that have been on as well. And I have drag queens on. I have, I try to keep it fun and a diverse outlook on what ghosts could be.
I love it. Yeah, I love it because it's always you know you're gonna hear about something like paranormal, and there's always a fun twist. Whether it be like psychic, a celebrity, it's really great. And keep on keeping on and doing it.
Thank you. Yeah, and I have a lot of psychics on, and again, like I recently had a an exorcist on, and I'm just like always looking for perspectives on from people that have really dedicated their lives to this sort of a thing.
Wow. Well, what day of the week does Ghosted drop?
It drops every Thursday, but I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. So, and all those episodes are still posted. So you can
Uh-huh.
hear the episode with Elvira that we did last year. You can hear all kinds of stories. I mean, we're talking about experiences with ghosts that I didn't even know were possible.
Wow. And how can people find you on social media and find you online?
Well, my name is Roz, R-O-Z, and my last name is Dezfalez. And I'm just Roz Dezfalez everywhere you want me to be or you don't want me to be.
I love it. Roz, thank you so much for being my guest today. And I hope that you tune in next week to see me and my friend Danny uh, look at this weird doll we got from Etsy.
Oh, God.
After reading the comments, I'm wondering if I know it's not a good idea, but I have to do it for the viewers. They have to know.
Right. Well, and that's why I've done so much ghost hunting, or at least tried my best to go to haunted places the past year or so, is because I need something to talk about. I need to go see what this is all for myself.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for being a guest.
Good
And
luck with that doll. Nice knowing you.
nice knowing you. See ya. See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye. Well, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much again to Roz Dresvelez. You have to check out her podcast, Ghosted. It's absolutely amazing, filled with celebrities, filled with fun stories. I'm really debating on whether or not I should. I know I shouldn't mess with this Etsy doll. I know I shouldn't. I know I probably definitely shouldn't, especially at my friend Danny's house. Because last week like some Metallica came on and it just everything got all crazy and she cried. But she kind of wants to experience some more. So tune in next week and we will have another exciting episode for you with some live ghost paranormal activity. All right.